Welcome to another craft time tutorial. So for this clay slab making tutorial, we're going Scandinavian. So as you can see, my color palette is very clean, very pastel, because typical Scandinavian designs have these colors. So you don't have to follow exactly what I did, but I actually mixed a lot of them in with translucent clay so that it will have that very pastel effect. Okay, so let's begin. As materials, we have the polymer clay in pastel colors. We have a detailing needle. We have a blade if you have that. That would be helpful. For this project, clay cutters are optional. And of course, our clay roller. This is a custom blend, guys. So if you want to create this color, you have to mix in just a little bit of gray, a little bit of green, and a little bit of yellow, and a lot of white and translucent clay. Alright, so this is the color that we will use as the slab. So like I said, clay cutters are optional because for this Scandinavian design, we want it to be looking very organic, very rustic. Okay, so we'll roll out snakes with our pearly white clay, and then we will put random leaves on the design by pressing on the clay and then pulling on it. So I decided that I would do the veins first. So as you can tell, it's really not perfect. And that's what we're going for. We're going for very random, very organic. So you have to push the clay down so that it doesn't move as you pull on your snake. So that's my very rustic, very organic looking leaf. Alright, so we will do that a couple of times more on this slab. I once had a teacher in art who said perfection is overrated, and well, I want to tell him that. So this is what I've been doing, and it's very imperfect. But it's also, in its way, very interesting to look at. And you know that the Scandinavians, they really are lovers of nature. So a lot of their designs are actually nature-based. If you research on them, they're artists, or they're well-known artists, really use organic materials. They love to make these patterns that are very organic looking, and they also use a lot of materials that are very organic, like sticks and foraged materials. that I've been able to come up with. But yeah, just do tell me if you want to see other things on this channel apart from clay slabs. Next is, we just get our clay. This has been preconditioned, so it's super soft, and just randomly put in pieces by tearing the clay up and just placing them on different spots on the slab. Yeah. So now it's looking already, for me at least, very interesting. Especially when we flatten this out, this will look really amazing. I'm getting now the very light mint green clay, and I'm just putting a little bit of it beside the pink one. Again, very randomly. Right, so I think we've already filled out the space of this tiny slab that we did using the number 2 in our thickness setting, and then very carefully roll it out. I loved how the leaves turned out really nice. And now we're coming in with a little bit of the gold clay, because as my technique usually is, once I flatten things out, I want to put a little bit of dimension back in. So I'm going to roll out small balls of gold and then place them around this. Lightly press on them to keep them in place, as I will go back with my detailing needle later. And there we go with our detailing needle, just to poke holes on it. Not just to keep it in place, but also to add a different element again, another layer of element to the design. You can actually go in and put other details here, maybe like put some holes on the veins of the clay if you want, but this is just, again, very optional things that you might want to do to put more dimension and more interest in your clay slab. But as with my other videos, if you're satisfied already with what you see, with what your work is, that's fine. So that's it for today's craft tutorial. Let me know on the comments below if you like to see more of the clay slab making tutorials. Please consider liking and subscribing to our Craft Time channel, and I hope to see you next week for another tutorial. Bye!